Lionel's 1041 transformer was introduced in 1945. It has 60 watts, single voltage control, whistle control, and a circuit breaker. The 1042 model was introduced in 1947. It has 75 watts, single voltage control, whistle controller, and circuit breaker. Lionel's 1032 model was introduced in 1948. It has 75 watts of power, single control, directional control, horn and whistle control, and constant voltage output. Lionel's 1033 transformer was introduced in 1948. It has 90 watts, single control, directional control, horn and whistle control, and constant voltage output. Introduced in 1948 was Lionel's RW transformer. It has 110 watts of power, single control, directional controls, horn and whistle controls, a circuit breaker, and constant voltage. Lionel's ZW transformer was introduced in 1948. It has 250 watts of power and 275 watts of power in later years. It has 4 controls to run 4 separate trains. It has directional controls, horn and whistle controls, and a circuit breaker. Introduced in 1950 was Lionel's KW transformer. It has 190 watts of power, dual control to run 2 separate train sets, dual directional controls, horn and whistle controls, circuit breaker, and constant 14-volt output. Lionel's TW transformer was introduced in 1953. It has 175 watts of power, single control, directional controls, horn and whistle controls, circuit breaker, and constant voltage output. Lionel's 1014 transformer was introduced in 1955. It has 40 watts of power and single voltage control. Lionel's LW transformer was also introduced in 1955. It has 125 watts of power, single control, directional controls, horn and whistle controls, a circuit breaker, and constant voltage output. Introduced in 1956 was Lionel's 1053 model. It has 60 watts of power, single control, and horn and whistle controls. Lionel's 1044 transformer was introduced in 1957. It has 90 watts of power, single control, directional control, horn and whistle control, and constant voltage output. Finally, introduced in 1961 was Lionel's SW model. It has 130 watts of power, single control, whistle control, and variable and constant voltage outputs.